They don't sleep. Not really. They lie awake staring at dashboards, whispering, "Why is the CTR down?" into the dark, like a prayer no one has monetized yet.
I don't know that I think I'm good at moving people. I think I'm good at understanding people and empathizing with people. I think I really love trying to just understand how people tick. What makes them do the things they do or say the things they say. How might they be feeling? Really being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes is something that I enjoy doing and I strive to do.
So the work-life balance for me was based on working through some critical years on build mode. And Sony Pictures comes to mind, where we were the pioneers in a number of different areas. And as you know, pioneers fare less well as settlers. So it can be good to have established norms, and the deep commitment, both emotionally, physically, time to your job is a massive opportunity cost.
No. I couldn't be knighted. I think you'd be a dame if you're a woman. So you don't get. Okay. I think my son would be happy if it meant that I could wear armor. No, I don't. I could. Okay, it's my next year's Halloween. Okay, there we go. Right, next year Halloween. I think.
What drives me in life, and I love this analogy, is just building things. And in my weird, sick entrepreneur brain, it doesn't matter if that thing is a company that got acquired 10 years after its founding, or I make a pizza from scratch with a 4-day cold fermented dough.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, if we're talking the paramedic career, we would call that what's called a mass casualty incident, which is basically when the right? Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we go through that training, right? Like we go through ICS 100, 200. So we do the training to make sure that you're first on scene, you're incident commander. You figure out, okay, what are the resources it's happened, right? Like where I was actually in northern Canada at the time, right? We deal a lot with like international flight emergencies. So a lot of the times, like if there's an international flight that has to land, and I was in Goose Bay at the time, a plane would land and there'd be 100 people who have smoke inhalation, and you've got 4 ambulances, and you're like, oh, holy crap, right? So yeah, I mean, nothing in adtech is as scary as that.
Well, I did a footballer, but didn't make it as a footballer. I would say probably I had a moment in time when I was teaching English as a foreign language, and I really enjoyed that, and teaching and just having fun with classes. So, and I guess that's probably why I've enjoyed over the years coaching and leading teams. There's an element of that. So I'd say teaching. Another way I can use my jazz hands when I'm not selling.
So for me, it's not the impact is not how much money I make. The impact is how. I don't love the word legacy, but it's knowing that I'm doing something with other people that put something forth into the world that actually matters and is good and important. In general, I think not being an asshole and being someone, in every element of life, whoever we interact with, don't make it terrible. Even if you're going through something, we've all got shit. Yeah, everyone. And so, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, if we all use that as a reason to be a dick, then we would be living in a world full of dicks, which sometimes we are. Whereas on the other hand, if you thought, wow, everyone is going through